Yo, peace was good. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Hip Hop album review. This is part 131. The album that I'll be reviewing today is Sadat X's debut album, Wild Cowboys, released in 1996. Sadat X.EX.X. Alright, you guys should know who Sadat X is. But for those who don't know Sadat X, he is part of the group Brand Nubian. I did a review on their first 3 albums. I did a review on Grand Puba's first 2 albums, and then now I'm doing a review on this. I eventually got to do the rest of the Brand Nubian albums, and I got to do a review on the Lord Jamar's 5% album. Stay tuned for that. All right. Like I said, this came out in '96. There's 3 singles off the album. The singles are, and by the way, I showed you guys this in my collection, my CD collection. I'm still pissed off about this. So the eBay member that sold this to me, fuck you, eat a dick. You should have said that in the fucking description. You didn't do that. Fucking piece of shit, yo. I gave him a bad rating too, just for that. You know what I mean? But luckily, I do have the CD and I have the booklet, so you know, I gave him like a 3 stars or some shit like that. But that was only why. But that right there is unacceptable. I hate that shit. But the only thing is, the back of the cover is pretty much this. But I'm a completist. I'm very OCD when it comes to CDs and shit like that. So, but anyways, so I have to look at the fucking back of this and shit, which pissed me off. But the singles are the Lump, Hang 'em High, and Stages and Lights. Those are the singles of the album. There's 3 singles, alright? Producers, the producers on this album are Buck Wild, shout out to Buck Wild of DITC, Diamond D of DITC, DJ OG of DITC, DJ Alamo of Brand Nubian, shout out to him, Ali Malek. I looked him up. He's a West Coast producer. He's done stuff for like Richie Rich, Spice One, 3 Times Crazy. You know, he's a Bay Area producer. Minnesota, shout out to Minnesota. I have mentioned him before. You know, he's a producer from the Bronx. He's part of the group Money Boss Players, you know, Lord Tariq's old group and stuff like that. Ant Creed, Father Time, and the Beat Miners, Showbiz and AG, another cat from the DITC. Shout out to Showbiz and AG. I have to do a review on the first 2 albums, Runaway Slave and Goodfellas. I'm trying to get their full scale album, but that shit's out of print. It's hard to find. Sadat X himself, Dante Ross, shout out to Dante Ross, and Pete Rock. Those are the producers on the album. Features on the album. The features are. Give me 1 second, guys. Sean Black, Grand Puba, DV Alias Christ. Shout out to him. Money Boss Players and Shasha. There's a lot of Sean Blacks in this shit. Regina Hall, yes, the same Regina Hall, the actress who's done you know, the movies like the first 4 scary movies. She played Keisha in Paid in Full. She played Ace's girl. Both Think Like a Man movies. Countless other movies. Whole bunch of shits. Dope actors, very pretty girl too, by the way. Data. You guys might know Data. You know, he's a Pete Rock. He's affiliated with Pete Rock. He was actually featured on the Main Ingredient album on the song In the Flesh. And he also has his own solo album called The Original Data Baby Pa. Yeah, The Original Baby Pa, which was unreleased, but you know, cause you know that record label that put out The Lost and Found by Pete Rock, which comes with 2 albums. His album, The Original Baby Pa, and ionized center of attention. He actually has a solo album, but I wish he would like re-release it to have its own solo album. But whatever. He's actually featured on that song, and and the Cowboys, but there are Sean Black, Tech, and Cool Chuck. Those are the features on the album. All right, it's 15 tracks. Um, that's pretty much, and you know how I get down. I'm gonna go through some of the songs. All right, track one, the Lump Lump. That's one of the singles of the album. It starts off the album. Pretty cool track. You know, just like another braggadocio track. Pretty cool right there. Track two, Wild Cowboys. Dope beat fight by Diamond D. That's another dope braggadocio track right there. Track three, Sauce for the Birdheads, featuring Sean Black. That was produced by DJ OG. Pretty cool. It's just like it's another street track. It's just a street track. Just like talk about drug talk and stuff like that. Pretty cool. It just talks about, you know, how they get down in the streets and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Track four, Open Bar. That features Grand Puba, and that was produced by DJ Alamo of Grand Nubian. So all you needed was Lord Jamar, and then you had like a full month Grand Nubian song. But Open Bar, pretty cool. You know, just talks about, you know, drinking and stuff like that. Just how to get down drinking and stuff like that. Open Bar, pretty cool. Track five, Hang 'Em High. That's another single that was featuring DV Alias Christ. DV Alias Christ, dope singer / rapper. What Drake is doing, DV Alias Christ was doing way before, but I feel like DV Alias Christ doesn't get the credit that he deserves. But he's known for his affiliation with Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler, that whole Next Level Klik, which, by the way, I wish he had came out with an album, which is sad, but he did it. He came out with a couple of 12 inches back in the late 90s, but I want a full-length album from him. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. He's on the chorus. Hang 'Em High, what I got from that is that it uses the Good, Bad, and Ugly sample from the movie with Clint Eastwood from back in the day, back in the 60s. But with Hang 'Em High, he's actually comparing New York City to the Wild Wild West. Because if you guys remember how it was back in New York back in the 90s, how bad it was back in the day. It was really, really fucking bad, man. I mean, it was dangerous. It's not. I mean, New York is. I mean, you still got some parts in New York that's bad. Let me change the song. Sorry about that, guys. If you guys remember how New York was back in the 90s, man, it was like a fucking. It was crazy, man. It was like really. It wasn't safe. You know what I mean? Like, it was really bad. But New York has gotten a lot better. Yeah, you still got crime over there, but it's not like what it used to be before. New York is more gentrified now. It's more cleaner. A lot more white people in the hood. You know, I mean, don't take that the wrong way, but it is what it is. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? But Hang 'Em High, just comparing New York at that time as the Wild Wild West, because you know the Wild Wild West back in the day, you know, with Billy the Kid, and, you know, Sundance and Butch Cassidy and them cats, you know, those were outlaws. You know, it was really bad at those times. You know what I mean? So he's comparing New York at the time in '96 to that, and that's what I got from that. And there is a video for that too. All right, track 6, Do It Again. That song that was produced by Minnesota, pretty cool. Just talks about, you know, him trying to get with a girl, you know, just him fucking his chick and is doing it again. Pretty dope song. The beat is kind of dark though. You know, I mean, not, you know, you guys know I love dark songs, but the beat is kind of dark. You know, just to talk about a girl, just talk about fucking and shit like that. I thought that was pretty interesting, but Do It Again. That was produced by Minnesota. Shout out to him. Track 7, Game Sober. That's a posse cut that features Money Boss Player, Money Boss Players, Lord Tariq's old group. I believe the members of Money Boss Players are, I know it's Lord Tariq, Minnesota, I think his name was Sonny Chiba or Eddie Chiba. I don't remember, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The Moneyball's players, but they all do their thing. Even though it's a posse cut, that song actually talks about um how how the drug game is not what it used to be. It's all dried up. You know what I mean? Like where, you know, because by the '90s, the drug game wasn't what it used to be now. Like you know, the cops were like in New York at that time. Like even though niggas was like doing their thing in the streets, but it became kind of like almost like a police state. Like you couldn't like just hung out, hang in front of the bodegas like you used to now and stuff like that. And they pretty much talk about that, how the drug game is not what it used to be. So that's what I got from that joint. They all do their thing. They add on to the track. I mean, dope beat. Fucking love that joint right there. Game Sober. Track 8, Smoking on the Low. That's featuring Sadat, DV alias Christ, and Strong Black. Pretty cool track, pretty cool. Track 9, Petty People. That's featuring Strong Black. Pretty dope song. That's produced by Dami D. It's just self-explanatory. It's just talking about how niggas is petty. They see a nigga that's getting put on. He's famous, but they're the same people that would hate on you just because you made it on and stuff like that. And they also talk about how you got these rappers that's in the game that that don't even deserve to be on there, but they're just on because just like a kind of like a popularity contest. Kind of applies to today because I feel like there's a lot of rappers now that that don't deserve to have a mic, that don't deserve to be on the limelight. But that's just me, and I feel like that song applies to today, and that's what I like about music from back in the day. The shit that they were talking about applies to today, and I wish music was like that more. But if people was to make music like that, people will call them haters and you just mad, you better, blah blah blah. This fucking generation of people fucking piss me off. I have to do kind of like a rant on that, but I don't know when, but I will do one eventually. So Petty People, that's what I got from that joint right there. Track 10, The Interview. That's featuring Regina Hall. I have mentioned her before. Regina Hall. By the way, you guys might know or might not know, but Regina Hall and Sadat X were a couple at one point. They used to go out. They were, that was his girl at one point, but they no longer together. But I just thought I'd just throw that out there. But that's a pretty cool track. That's produced by the Beat Miners. That song is pretty much her playing as an interviewer, just asking him questions like, how did you get the name of Sadat X, or can you tell me about the Wild Cowboys? And then he talks about that and stuff like that. Pretty cool, pretty dope concept. I don't know if he was the first person to do that, but pretty cool track. Track 11, Stations of Lights, one of my all-time favorite songs by Sadat X. I believe that was a single too. There's a video for that too. He just pretty much talks about how the fame doesn't really get to him. It's not, that's not who he is. Like, he's just letting you know that fame is not gonna change him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still gonna be that dude from the block. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna change for nobody just because I have money and the stations of light. That shit doesn't faze me, and that's what I got from that joint right there. Dope video. The dude, like, his flow is like one of the most unique flows in hip hop, man, and people don't really give him props for that. Track 12, Move On. That's a pretty cool track. That was produced by Diamond D. Did his thing on that joint right there. Track 13, The Funkiest. Love that song right there. That should have been a single. I could have seen that being a single. His flow on that song, like the way he flows with the beat, is unbelievable to me. I mean, he just kills that shit. That easily could have been on like a Brand Nubian track, like Lord Jamal, Grand Poobah would have killed that shit. That was produced by Dante Ross. Shout out to Dante Ross. Like I said, Dante Ross, he's definitely influential to Brand Nubian's career. So it was only right that he added Dante Ross to the roster as far as like the production team. That was a pretty cool track. Like I said, I wish that was a single. Track 14, Escape from New York, that's featuring Deadeye. Um, very interesting. Very interesting fact with that song. If you guys heard Pete Rock and CL Smooth's second album, Main Ingredient, in the song what's that song? In the Flesh, the beginning beat, the beginning song where you hear Deadeye rapping over that piano sample beat. That song, he Pete Rock. By the way, Pete Rock made the beat, but he made that into a full song, and it features Deadeye. So I thought I just throw that out there, and I thought that was pretty cool. So one of his interlude beats, he made a full beat out of, and he made that shit, and that was pretty cool, man. It's just sort of about the drug games, it's sort of about on some street shit with both of them talking about the streets in New York and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Also good to see that as a single. And track 15, The Hash Out, my favorite song of the album, one of my favorite songs. That's a posse cut. That's featuring the whole Wild Cowboys. Wild Cowboys was actually his group at the time. It was like more of like his boys that he was hanging out at the time. I don't think he's still hanging out with them, but love that song, love the beat for that shit. That was produced by DJ OG. My only gripe was like the guest appearance on the songs. Like they kind of fucked up the song in my opinion. They didn't really add on to the track. They kind of fucked up the song. But after a while, when you listen to the song a couple of times, it kind of grows on you. But the beat for that shit is so ill. Like when I hear that beat, it kind of reminds me of like New York at night in the winter time, with a bad snowstorm at night. You just at your house. You look outside, you see the snowstorm just hitting the streets with the street lights on. That's the vibe. That's the shit I get from that when I'm hearing that song. And that's pretty much it, folks. Oh, I forgot to show you guys that I forgot I did that on the Outkast album. Album review. I forgot to show you guys the booklet. I've been slipping. I apologize. As you can see, Sadat X right here. DJ Alamo, a Brand Nubian, Mark the Spark, and Sean Black. Alright? And you see like the back, you see like the album credits, the thank yous, the track list, and you see the front of the cover. So I apologize for that, guys. Overall, man, great fucking album. Love that out. I love this album. Definitely one of the best albums to come out of 1996. My only gripe with this album is the guest appearances, particularly Sean Black. I understand Sadat actually, he was trying to put on his boy from the block, trying to put him on, and I respect that. But he doesn't add on to the track, you know what I mean? I think he fucks up the songs. Like, I mean, he did this thing on Sauce for Birdheads. Did his thing on that, but it's just like, I feel like he appeared too much on the album. Like, he's not that good. To me, he's average. Like he did his thing on Petty People and on Wild Cow and Sauce for Birdheads, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just he didn't really add to the track to me. It was, I don't know. It just didn't really do well for me, and I think that's why the album didn't really fared very well. I mean, there was people that liked the album, but I think it was because of his of some of his guest appearances. It just didn't work for him, you know what I mean? But overall, classic album. One of my favorite albums that came out in 1996. This came out of Loud Records. Loud Records, man, they were one of the best record labels from the 90s, and it's sad that they're not together. I mean, they're not in business no more. Supposedly they relaunched Loud Records, I heard, but I don't know, man. But obviously you're not gonna get the kind of music you got back then because music's changed over the years. But classic album in my opinion. This album is a bit hard to find. I had to get this on eBay. Might be a little. It's a bit hard to find. It's out of print. But if you do find it, I highly recommend you guys picking it up. Don't hesitate to pick it up because you're gonna get dope lyrics, dope beats. You're gonna get that New York, that mid '90s New York vibe to this album. And to me, this is his best album. I mean, I've heard his other albums, but this album right here, this is definitely his best album. And I know a lot of people kind of gave him shit because, you know, like, people are so used to hearing him with Brand Nubian, but to have a whole, you know, Sadat's X solo album, that was kind of, I guess I was getting used to. And I know a lot of people complain about his voice. I have no problem with his voice. I think it's a very unique voice. You know what I mean? But yeah, Sadat X Wild Cowboys. If you can find a copy, I highly recommend you picking this shit up. And that's it, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed that review. Stay tuned for more. I might do another one today. And that's pretty much it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed your day. Be easy. Peace.